In putting together a top 10 list of fly fishing's dream destinations, Montana's Madison River should be right near the summit. The abundance of wild trout makes southwestern Montana, and the Madison in particular, a must-fish experience. Your guides today are Craig Matthews and Cam Coffin, both of Blue Ribbon Flies, the area's premier fly shop with over 30 years experience and a passion to give you the best day on the water.
Welcome to the Madison Valley, home of the famous Madison River, where wild trout management was born. My good friend Cam and I are going to spend some time showing how to nymph fish, and hopefully we'll get some dry fly fishing in. This was the birthplace of wild trout management in literally our front yard. We live here in the valley and do most of our work in the valley. We're going to show one of you today, hopefully, how to catch their first wild trout. A person that's never fly fished before, we're going to take care of that, and he's going to catch a wild trout today on a fly. So come on along and join our adventure, and we're just going to have a great time today fishing. You know, Cam and I have been guiding on this river for 30, 40 years. And today is really special because it's not all that often we get a true beginner, a guy that's never fished a fly, never fished a fly rod, never caught a wild trout on a fly rod. And we're really excited to be able to instruct and teach people how to catch their first fish. There's nothing more gratifying than to have a beginner catch their first fish. So with that in mind, we're going to fish this pool here. We're going to nymph it. It presents a special opportunity because I know there's several wild trout that inhabit this pool. And you're gonna see Mike here catch his first wild fish on a fly. So here we go. We just pick it up, let it straighten out, and do that.
Okay. Let it hang back there
and
for
see
a second.
See how that goes out there. And when that bobber, if it pauses like that, that's when you know. I want you to really hit it. And guides are used to all kinds of tangles that develop.
You've seen it all before.
Seen it all before. Oh, look at that! What a trophy! This could possibly be the smallest
biggest
wild trout I've ever seen caught. Bring her in here. Look at
and
this.
foul hooked on top.
What do we have here? There it is.
That is a trophy for sure.
There is a trophy. His first wild fish, there it is, the sardine. I've never seen a fish that small on a fly.
It's only got to be up from here, right?
That's awesome. You hold the record. See how the seam is? Slow water, faster water. They're going to be right in that seam.
Right in the seam.
It kind of delivers their groceries to them. Good cast. You want to keep really in touch with that fly. When a fish grabs a nymph like that, hit her right there. They're only going to hold on to it for
just a split second.
Right, and they'll spit it out. So you want to hit them really quick. You're developing that sense. Hit. Whoops. You're all set. There you go.
Oh.
That one likes to grab you. You got her. You're getting
there
her.
I am again. Thank you, sir.
Good to go.
I'm going to move up a little bit.
Yeah, let's move up just a few feet. You got your casting down to the point where we're going to try a couple casts. If it doesn't work, I'm going to... There! That was definitely a fish.
Him, yeah.
That was a fish.
That was him, for sure.
He popped that baby forward a foot.
There was no doubt in that hit.
There.
Yeah.
Get the rod up. Rod up. There you go.
I just work this
Let
with
him run with it a
let
little
him
bit.
go a little bit.
Yep. If he takes off, letting you're doing well. Just let the current kind of. He's fighting the current. Nice job. Bring him now. Just kind of bring him right up. There you
Got
are.
him.
Wild brown
Yes.
trout. There he is.
Nice.
Look at how fat he is.
So these are all wild?
Wild
All
fish.
wild. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
You bet, thank you. Keep that slack there. Right there. Oh, lift your rod and let him go. Lift that rod, let him go. He's trying to find home again. He's
Okay.
right where. Be ready, because there he goes.
Yep.
Let him
He
go.
goes.
If he decides to go again, just
Okay.
let your hand off the reel. There he goes.
Oh yeah, he's a good one. Yeah, he's.
We may have a great white on.
It feels like it.
Follow me. Just keep your rod up.
Okay.
Use me if you have to as a weighting
Okay.
staff. Just let him go.
And just let him run. Wow.
See if you can take him in a little bit now.
Yeah, we may need to start making up some ground there, huh?
Well, that's why if we have to, we can get on the shoreline down here. Yeah, see, usually they'll want to come home, but...
Oh, there
well,
he went.
hey, long line release.
Man.
We got a good
We
look
had a
at
good
him.
one on.
Darn
though.
right, we had a good one on. You did well. That's the thing, when you get in this kind of current, you just
got to go with it.
You gotta go
What's
with
going to
it.
happen is gonna
and
do what you can.
He was heading down to hell.
It was good to feel it.
Oh,
Uh-oh, fish on.
oh, looks like a pretty good one.
We're in trouble now.
Yeah, he's too big for me.
American Fly Guide is brought to you by Patagonia, by Natural Retreats, by Wiley X Sunglasses, and by Temple Fork Outfitters.
I'm excited about so many things here at Blue Ribbon Flies in West Yellowstone, Montana, but one of the things I'm really excited about is our guide service. We've got the best guides in the West, if not the country. Some of these guys have been with us for 30 years. They're knowledgeable, they're personable, they know the insects, they know the water, and they can teach you successful fly fishing in Yellowstone. Another thing I'm really proud about is our internet service. Check us out at blueribbonflies.com. We can get you any fly tying material you need, whether it be books, to Zelon, to the hair that you need to build the flies. We have it all here at Blue Ribbon Flies. So check us out, and I hope to see you here soon in Yellowstone. And if you need to talk to anybody in Yellowstone about hatches or fishing or setting up any of your trip plans, give us a call, 406-646-7642, and we will take care of you and assure that you'll have a great time fly fishing in Yellowstone.
Now that Michael's lesson is over, Craig and Cam are back on the water, a little upstream on the Madison River.
You know, here we are on the beautiful Madison River, and notice the different structure here, the pocket water nature, a lot of riffles, big heavy rough and tumble flow. We get to the river and we're gonna fish, obviously, and first thing I always like to do is really take my time and rig up, maybe sit on the bank for a minute or two, and then actually get in the water and tip over rocks and get out our little seine, if you will, and figure out what the heck is gonna be hatching today, if anything's gonna hatch. We're gonna be looking for stonefly nymphs, so we expect that hatch any day now, certainly within the next 10 days. And if those big Pteronarcis giant stonefly nymphs, and they're about a size 2, maybe 2.5, 3 inches long, if they're gonna emerge shortly, we will find those nymphs on these streamside boulders as they migrate from the heavy flows into the shoreline to hatch. So come on down, we'll tip over some rocks and see what we can come up with.
Well, I was just kind of checking out to see what was underneath in here and seeing if the
Yeah, look at the
stoneflies were
size
getting
of those
close.
stoneflies.
So there's quite a few of those puppies down in there. So just to match that, we put on little rubber legs to imitate that. Oh, and they're big.
For 3 years they live as nymphs, and then they get a couple of days as an adult and they die.
All right.
You're liable to see one old guy and one young guy take headers. You know, this is such a great place because you've got pocket water, you've got some really good pools right here.
Fished a lot of rivers in Montana, and this is still my favorite.
No doubt about it, it's got everything. The character of this river is such that it offers such a wide variety of insects. You know, we seined up a couple of big stonefly nymphs along the shoreline as they're getting ready to emerge. We've seen some caddis, we've seen some green drake nymphs, certainly a lot of Baetis nymphs. It's a tremendous Epeorus factory, a pink lady mayfly, if you will. Big fast water. This is just classic Epeorus habitat.
Ooh,
That was a fish.
May have just missed one right there.
Part of the deal.
Yeah.
And this river is, I think, one of the toughest rivers to wade. It's got enough moss and slime, if you will, on the boulders, and the boulders are all round. There's nothing to get a purchase on. And believe me, if you don't have these aluminum bar wading shoes on from Patagonia, you're in trouble. It can be tough to get a good float here. You can see all the myriad of different currents. There we go.
Oh.
Uh-oh, fish on. Whop!
Oh, looks like a pretty good one. Uh-oh.
We're in trouble now.
Yeah, he's too big for me.
Usually when I fall down is when I'm on the way to shore.
Well, I may do that here.
It's a nice fish.
Yeah. We took that stonefly nymph just like we were looking
There is
under
a
the rocks.
classic Madison River fish.
Oop, I didn't like that.
You get to places like this, a beautiful, look at the condition that rainbow
Boy, he
trout
really
is
took
in.
that stonefly too. There we go.
Absolutely gorgeous. 16, 17-inch rainbow, all wild.
Boy, he inhaled that stonefly. Rainbow on a stonefly nymph.
Good job, Cam.
This is a rubber-legged stonefly nymph, and it imitates what we were flipping around in the rocks here a little bit earlier, and we just had a nice, well, probably 17-inch rainbow eat it, and he inhaled it. But that's the imitation right there. It's just chenille and rubber legs coming out of it. And this thing's slightly weighted a little bit, just to get down. I've added a little bit more, but yeah, this time of year they love them, and over the last couple of weeks I know all the guides at Blue Ribbon, we can't keep these in stock this time of year.
American Fly Guide is brought to you by Wiley X Sunglasses, by Patagonia, by Sundance, by Pettigene Meats, and by CCM Photo Books, turning special moments in life into stories shared for a lifetime.
Temple Fork Outfitters is a fine company. It's a supporter of wild trout. It's a supporter of the Madison River through rod sales like our Tenkara soft tackle model. They've been huge for wild trout from not only Montana to around the world. They stand for what they sell. They produce a high quality rod at a very affordable price. And that's so special to anglers, particularly beginning anglers and youngsters getting into the sport. And that's why we're so proud to fish Tenkara TFO rods and also help with them in designing the rods. A special rod company, Temple Fork Outfitters. This is where Tenkara can really come in handy because we can probably get a presentation, a lot of line we can carry off the water. We don't have to mend. We can just do a simple reach. And we'll see if any fish are looking up for a dry fly. Perfect presentation every time with a Tenkara rod, just by the fact we can keep so much line off the water and defeat drag. Nothing is interested in our little dry fly right now. This river, once it warms up, once we get into July, late June, the fish will start working the surface more frequently as they get more and more insect emergences. Right here I'm going to throw a cast. We're into the heavy water, a heavy flow. Next you make a cast in a quiet little pocket. And finally with a Tenkara I can launch a cast over that next current tongue and present a drag-free float. That's the beauty of Tenkara.
there he is.
There
he
he
was
is.
way out there. Little rainbow. There he jumped again. Even that little guy took that stonefly nymph. Look at that.
How much
big
split
fly.
shot you have on?
Just one. Nice fat little, oh, maybe 12-inch rainbow that made me pay for it there. Stuck me right in the finger. Thank goodness for barbless hooks. Little 12-inch rainbow took that big old stonefly. Nice little fish. Whoop, there he goes.
You can see Cam's indicator following those foam lines and transition lines, seams and currents, right where fish should be when they're feeding. There you go.
Oh! You about got me in there.
Was he where he was supposed to be?
Yeah, he's right next to that log.
Is that a brown?
Ah, no,
That's a
another
rainbow.
Another stonefly
Usually you
nymph
catch
again.
browns there. Yeah, there's a few more caddis in the air. Another stonefly nymph fish.
Yeah, all of them are liking that. I don't want to get myself stuck again like the last time. Yeah, ate the stonefly nymph again.
Well, that's what they must be keying on.
Yep, I think they're kind of
There's enough of those around.
looking underneath, that's for sure. Nice
I'm going to
fish,
keep trying
though.
to drum one up.
Boy, they're healthy fish too,
Aren't they this year? They're
I mean,
so
just
fat.
Really fat. Oh, there he goes.
Like a rocket ship.
Those fish are strong fish.
Another one?
Yeah.
Get a big brown over there.
Well, I told him to come. Oh, hey, don't let go of the line. Another rainbow.
Boy, that's great.
Now he took the green drake nymph this time. A little different. Yeah, a little bit different colored fish, isn't it?
God, is that a beautiful fish. 15 inches?
Yeah, I would say.
Yep.
14, 15. Nice fish. Enough to burn my finger. These fish are strong.
All right.
Here in the outdoors, we love our natural snacks. We need that energy. I want to tell you about a great product from our friends at Pettigene Meats. This is the special Mossy Oak gift boxes. You can log on to pjmeats.com and get some of the absolute best tasting bacon to go along with ham and summer sausages. Get that gift idea today.
There's one right
There's a
below
nice
the log
fish. See what
jam,
he's going
just
to do?
like
He's
you
going to try to go right in there. Look at him
Yeah.
go. It's like a bonefish. But a river reads like an open book. I mean, it's going to tell you exactly what to do if you let it. And I think that's what gets me. So many people come in and we'll hear complaints from fishermen. God, I didn't do very well today. I said, well, did you see a hatch? No, I fished dry flies all day. Well, that's probably another rainbow.
Yeah. These stonefly nymph again.
Maybe they're getting active.
Well, they sure seem to be.
You do what the river tells you to do. Notice what that fish has hanging out of its mouth. A stonefly nymph.
Well, most of them have been on the stone. Look at the
One on the
fat
green
belly
drake.
on that sucker.
Look how heavy that fish is.
I mean, for the
What a blend.
wet, that thing is just.
And you know, they just came out of spawning season, so they're in about as poor a shape as you're going to find them all year.
Yeah,
And look at that.
and they're just really healthy. Those are nice fish.
Well, let's look for some stoneflies and whatnot. Oh, look at that, sculpin eggs.
I'll be darned.
Sculpin eggs and caddis. You know, sculpins are really kind of a unique creature. They They inhabit particularly rivers like this. They love rocky rivers, fast water. Big trout love sculpin. Obviously a lot of protein there, and they'll key on taking sculpin at certain times of the year, particularly in the fall. When nothing's going on in the river, quite often we'll put on a sculpin streamer imitation, and that really elicits some very strong hits. Quite often big brown trout will slam a sculpin to stun it. And if you set the hook and pull the fly away, you'll alert that fish. And I know it's hard to school yourself not to rip that fly, but that's why you want to strip. When you feel that hit, tighten up, and if he's not there, leave your fly in the water, because often he'll come back and take it solid the second time.
There's one right
There's
below
a nice
the log
fish. See what
jam,
he's going
just
to do?
like
He's
you
going to try to go right in there. Look at him
Yeah.
go.
You were
It's
right
like a
on that.
bonefish. You sell a lot of flies this way, and you lose a lot of flies. You can't let him run into the logs, or you're going to lose him. Now he might be looking for the next log jam.
I think he might be. I'll scoot behind you.
We could be in big trouble. That could be a brown. He's fighting like a bulldog brown. Show him who's boss, Cam.
I think he's showing me right
He's
now.
showing you right now. You get a look at him yet?
Yeah, I did. It's a brown.
It's a brown. Yep,
Like you said.
good deal. Oh, what a beautiful brown. Wow, look at the color. Uh-oh,
I think he slipped me.
he slipped you.
He slipped the hook.
Don't let him get off. Gosh, they've been slipping that hook. If we lose him now, you can blame me.
Nope. There you go. Perfect.
Look at that old warrior. Beautiful male brown. You know, Cam, without these Patagonia aluminum bar wading shoes, these rock grip wading shoes, there's no way I could fish this river. I mean, they get me wherever I want to go. You know, you're like a bulldozer in these things.
I wasn't much of a believer when they first came out with them, but boy,
Pretty
I am
incredible.
now. Yeah,
No,
they're
these have
they are
160.
something.
These have 160 some days on them, and they're like new. You know, typical Patagonia, you're going to wear them forever. Great deal. Let's go head out here.
All right.